This is Days of the Fallen by Cordial Distress. Story notes and outline. This is part 10 to Days of the Fallen. Though each part, they're not necessarily all in correct, completely proper order. But yes, this is the life of Kath Donovan. Kath Donovan was born the year of 214 EMY, in which the War of Narkovia had been raging on since 8 years prior and would not stop until he was 10 years old. He was a little child during the War of Narkovia. Kath had had a rough life, a life of tragedy, and a life of regret. My life is so sad, it's so horrible, all overshadowed by his misfortune, not most fortune. Kath barely knew his father, Emerald John Donovan, who served in the aforementioned war. Narkovia was brutal and, despairingly enough, killed Emerald when Kath was but a little child of 5 years old. So Kath was 5 years old, and then 5 years later, the war ended, but he was 5 years old when his dad died. That's horrible. His mother, Altricia Lauren Donovan, died shortly after receiving the news. So not only did his dad die, but his mom also died out of being sad. That's pretty sad. Kath's world had fallen after his parents had died. His grandparents did take him in, but his grandfather, Lockett, had become terminally ill shortly after as well, only within a few months of Kath's parents' fate. So not only did his mom die and his dad die, but his grandparents also died. Okay, so Kath had lived with his grandmother, Serene Maruna Donovan, until her eventual mortal passing when Kath was 15 years old. By that time, he had met the love of his life, Maria Charlotte Twill, but she didn't know it yet. Thus, although she definitely did. So he didn't know that she was his soulmate, but he knew. Wait, she knew, but he didn't know. Fast forward some odd years, and Kath is 20 years old, while Maria is 17, so it's a little weird of an age difference. She proposes to him, and he hesitates due to her age, but 2 years later, Kath finally says yes. Finally, at age 26 years, he fathers his daughter Leanne, and Leanne is 12 years old when his house mysteriously burns down one day. So that is some intro parts.